Hello YouTube, Most Wanted here. This is episode 33 of my Feed the Beast companion series. This episode we're going to do some crafting with AE. Now I've built this wonderful assembly chamber and similar to the way these guys work right here, where it's kind of like a recipe where if a gold's needed, then it knows it needs to take a gold ore and put it into our furnace, induction smelter, sorry. If I put one of those guys in here, then I could do the same kind of idea where I can have it craft something. This is just crafting, ore into ingots, but I can have it craft ingots and redstone and other things into something not using an interface or a device. So the first thing I need to create is another one of those really annoying storage units, and of course it's a really big multi-level item where it's multiple levels of creating items, and this is the 16K storage unit, which requires 9 storage cells to create 3 storage segments, and then you need 1 storage segment or 3 storage segments and an advanced processor to create a storage block, which is used for the 16K upgrade or a 16K storage. So I'm going to be making a bunch of basic processors in each of these steps, including the actual storage cells and storage segments. So I'm actually going to start playing around with these, where are they? These guys here, these patterns, and not just in the creation of ore and creation of, obsidian, pulverized obsidian. We're actually going to use it to craft stuff. So first thing I'm going to do is look at crafting of the most basic of these storage cells, which is a basic processor, and the basic processor is used a lot in ME. So I'm going to go ahead and create a gold, redstone, silicone, quartz knife. Alright, so I need to pull that stuff out of my table. Gold, I think I put some silicone, other miscellaneous stuff over here. Gold, silicone, redstone, redstone. Okay, so something like this is our basic processor. So, oh, this is actually something that has to be smelted too. So that. Okay, I just wanted to stop the video for a second and just to mention something that I didn't actually realize at the time I was creating the video, because I was still pretty new to this, and I still kind of am. But if you notice here, I've got the quartz knife in the pattern encoder, and the quartz knife has been used and has a damage value. This is something you do not want to do when you're creating a pattern. If you use a tool such as a quartz knife or a handsaw or a minimum stone, anything that has a damage value, if you use an item with a damage value, then it will always look for that item with that damage value when it goes to craft. So when you're creating patterns, you want to make sure you use items that are brand new that do not yet have a damage value, because the Advanced Energetics is smart enough to notice that there are quartz knives available that have a damage value, and they will use it as long as the pattern has a knife that doesn't have a damage value. So this pattern here is actually wrong, and I'll have to fix it, but it's wrong because I didn't realize that you have to use tools without a damage value when you create a pattern. is how we do our processor, and now I need to actually make it. Maybe the last time I actually have to craft one of these, which would be cool. Okay. So now we've made one. Actually, we have to make two. First one we're going to smelt. Alright, so let's put that guy in there. Should pop up here as soon as he's done smelting and he transfers. There we go. So now I can do the second recipe, which is going to be taking this and turning it into this. And for that, we're going to encode that, and that's going to go into a furnace. Right? Yep. Stick that guy. I think that's him. Yeah, that's him. And in here, I'm going to stick the crafting of the basic processor assembly. So what else do we have? So that's the most basic building block of this. Is first you have to make the processor. So then we'll make the storage cell next, which is our basic processor in the center. No longer need that. Surrounded by quartz and redstone. No, put it in the wrong place. No, wait, no. We actually have to make one, don't we? Okay, that means so I need two then. Okay. And now we can say and encode. So now it knows how to make a storage cell. Put that up there. See, this is the reason why I put it there through the floor, so I can access it from down here, huh? Alright, and so now it knows how to make a storage cell. Let's go ahead and make the storage cell. Or I don't have to. I could just manually throw together the cluster, which one of these uses the storage cell. I don't have to automate any further if I don't want to. But I'm going to go ahead and automate the production of the segments. Because after the segments, you're a lot closer. But I could automate this step too. I could automate all the way to this step, but I really only want to automate no further than the storage block, because the storage block could also be used in creation of, let's see, that's the 4K, that's the 1K, it's 64. So, right, okay. So I'm not going to go any further than, I'm purely going to be crafting storage blocks with these guys. These guys, I'm not going to bother trying to craft the actual item itself, because they're used in the crafting of all of them. So let's see. So I did, which one did I do? This is the storage cell. So now I want to go ahead and I want to set this one up. So I need to make 3 storage cells. So that's easy enough. Let me put all these mats back in. Here's my storage cells. Oh, that's not storage cells. Oh, I haven't created the I didn't create the thing for the storage cells yet. No, I did. That's to craft storage cell. So, oh, there we go. Craftable storage cell. So right now I don't have a storage cell, so I need to craft 3. So 1, 2, 3. Begin. And you can see it's crafting. It says I'm missing a knife. So let me put a crafting knife in. Now silicone encode. Now let me put that one in there and see if... Alright, I'm going to cancel this creation. And I'll put the unused quartz knife in there. And now I'll go back to crafting only. Craftable. And I'll say craft me 3. Begin. Now, does it get stuck? I don't think it got stuck. Ah, see, it crafted 3. And is the quartz knife still there? Quartz knife took damage of 3, and it's still there. So let's take this to the next step and tell it to let's see, craftable. Let's tell it to make the storage cell. No, let's tell it to craft this. So 3, begin. So it's stopped. No, it's still going. So it produced 3. And now we need to take it one step further and take it to the storage cell. Did it do it that quick already? Okay, it produced 5. Interesting. See, I need 9, so let me do 4 more. Begin. Oh, and it's cooking the processor, so it's already created the basic one. It's cooking it, it's creating another one, it's cooking it. So it's creating another one, and it might run out of silicone. No, oh, it just created the silicone actually. It had to create the silicone, where I've got it putting powder in the furnace to create silicone, quartz powder to create silicone. So it actually has to wait for that to finish, and then we're done. We should have 4 more. There we go. So now we have 9. So now I can take this to the next step, and I didn't have to craft a thing. It did everything for me. It crafted the silicone on the fly as it was needed. It crafted the basic uncooked processor, then it cooked it, and then once it cooked it, it created the storage cells. So that's what this thing could really do. And you can go as far as you want with it. I could make, you know, using the non-Greg tech, I could easily make advanced solar panels that way. It just adds a complexity of the extra steps. But if I had the rubber or the rubber wood, I could you know, compress or extract, what's it called? I could extract rubber out of the rubber wood. I could smelt the rubber in the resin into rubber, and then I could, you know, it would take the copper, I make copper wire out of it, and then make the generator it makes out of it. And then the generator would go to the basic panel, and they would make multiple basic panels along with the, you know, the transformers, and then make medium, and then do the mediums with a transformer to make, you know, the larger ones, the high voltage. All with a request saying, I want 1 high voltage, and it would do everything automatically. It's just how complex you want to get it, how many patterns you want to throw in there, and have it craft. Then of course the capacity of your assembler, you know, because each of these patterns take up space, and then your machines have those interfaces, which you only have 9 slots for patterns, so you might need extra machines or extra interfaces to store more patterns as your setup gets more complex and you want to smelt more things using, you know, the automated applied logistics. So it's really, really cool. So let's finish our 16K one we're making. I just need room for more types, not necessarily a huge amount of inventory, because this will be more of the random crafting materials that get created, and I'll need free types available because you only get 63 types per. Okay, so we have made our tier 1, so we need to make tier 2. We need to make storage segments. Each storage segment requires 3 storage cells, and we have 9 of those already, so we're pretty close. Now we just need to tell it to craft storage segments, which are going to be more basic processors. So do we have any uncooked basic processors? I don't think so. No, so we need to make a basic processor. Well, that's easy. We've already told it how to do it. We'll just say, craft me 1 basic processor. It's going to go ahead and it's probably smelting, and now it's done. There's our basic processor. That easy. You know, it took like 5 seconds tops. And now, oh, that's another thing that's kind of annoying. You can't be in this and access your NEI. You have to jump out of it. Okay, so storage segments are a basic processor, storage cell, glass, and redstone. Okay, so basic processor, 3 storage, glass, 1 redstone, like so. Okay. Okay, so we have a segment. I'm going to put the pattern in. I'm going to press encode. So that's a storage segment. That's a basic oh, okay, that was just the basic processor I had before. It's weird. It's like the pattern changed, which is really weird. Okay, so now I could put this guy in here. Hold on shift, I could see what it is. Basic processor. Our storage segment. Here's our storage cell. And now I need to create the no, I'm good. Okay, so I can just tell it to make 3 of these. Switch to craft only. I could say make 3 of these. Shouldn't take long at all. Shouldn't have to craft anything. It's saying it has to craft storage cells. Whoa. I've got the storage cells in my inventory. It's going to make more storage cells. I don't need to make more. Okay. No, it's still saying I need more. So now I've got 12 storage cells and still no segments. Okay, there's the first segment. I'm just going to cancel that real quick. I need 3, so I'm going to say craftable. So I'm going to make 2 more. Begin. It's still trying to craft more. Okay, it's crafted 2. Now it's crafted 3. And I still have 3 cells left over, which is weird. But now I can move to the next stage, which I can do manually, or I can create the storage blocks. So I need another advanced processor. Well, not another one. I haven't made an advanced processor yet. So, oh man, that means I have to make another cutting knife or spawn in another cutting knife, because this one's also got damage. So I'm gonna stick this one in here, pull this one out. And I gotta remember to use a cutting knife that doesn't have damage value added to it. Alright, so make an advanced processor. So just gold, diamond in this slot of gold. So 1 diamond, redstone, and crap, what was the last one? Silicone. Oh, we're out. Well, we'll make one. You should replace this recipe as soon as it's made. There we go. Alright. So silicone, redstone, diamond, and then knife. Okay, and then code. So that'll make our advanced. And then we need to make this and then smelt it. So advanced processor, begin. Okay, it's made it. So then we'll go up and smelt it. Alright. So now we can say, oh, I have to make another one. Advanced processor, craft one. Alright. And we're going to say advanced processor becomes this when it's smelted in code. Right, advanced in code. Alright. So now we're going to throw this in the smelter. That's a basic. Where's our advanced? There we go. Wait, this is the... oh, this is a pulverizer, so it's not there. Wrong machine. Let's get it in the right one, otherwise problems might appear. So there's our basic, there's our advanced. So we've got our 3 storage segments, but we actually need more storage segments than this. This isn't quite enough storage segments, because I really need more. So where are we at? 16K. Okay, so I'm going to take this to storage block. No, we've got the 3 storage segments, okay, and the advanced processor. So I'm going to do this last bit manually. So I already have the segments, right? So I've got the segments. I've got our storage segments. I've got glowstone, and I've got an advanced processor. Let me get the advanced processor out. There are more complex, like the 64 storage unit, that require multiple of these that I would have to manually build, but I'm not on that recipe right now. Let's see, somewhere in here I've got the glowstone. I had to temporarily pull it out of our ME chest because we met our maximum amount of types. Okay, advanced processor and storage segments. That makes our storage block. And now for the last step. It's really not that bad. We need some redstone. So we get a little bit of redstone. Oh shoot, I need iron too. I cleared a bit of this table out for crafting other things. So we got glass, we got our storage block, we got redstone and iron. So there we go. 16 storage case. So the next time we make one of these, all we have to do is tell it how many segments we need, and it'll automatically make the segments for us. And that'll be one step shy of creating the block, and then we create the block, and then we create the 16K storage unit. So tons faster the next time around. And I can even take this and make a storage segment encoded pattern, and then I could take it to the 64 just as easily. It seems like it took a long time, but in reality I saved quite a bit, even though I was making those encoders along the way. So what I want to do now is I want to go from an ME chest to an ME disk. I think that's what it is. Or drive, ME drive. And that's going to allow us to store multiple of these guys in it, these storage devices. So let me go ahead and make that. And then we'll be on our way to be able to craft even more things, because we were running so low on space. I just pull stuff out of our ME chest just to do this kind of crafting, because I knew this kind of crafting would drop a couple different new types in there, and it would run out of space for types. So let me go ahead and create the drive. That's going to be two basic. So here's a basic, and let me tell it to make one more. Alright, to cook in the silicone, and then I'll have to cook the assembly, and it's done. No, not quite. Now it's done. Okay, so two basic. I think there was some glass involved and a chest. Get some more wood. I think most of our wood, is in here now. Right. That. There was some glass. There's a basic processor in the top and the bottom, and some iron around the outside. Cool. ME drive. So we'll go ahead and put that in. Let me take this out. Oh my god, my stuff is gone. No, it's not. Okay, put the drive in. And then 16K storage block goes there, or the 64 goes there, and the 16 goes there. I think there's a way to give priority to one or the other. I just can't quite remember how. So now we're up to 26 units. I think the storage drive used the same amount as the ME chest, but I could be wrong. And now we've got more capacity for more types than we had initially. So now I can start pushing stuff in. I'm going to keep this quartz knife just for crafting of the encoded patterns. I'm not going to bother using it. I'll continue to use the one that I have there, and when it runs out I'll replace it. Let's see, what are some of the things that I've been wanting to put in? Tungsten ore. Tungsten ore in. Oak saplings are already in. The glowstone I had to pull out. The emeralds I had to pull out. The pulverized obsidian I had to pull out. The slag I had to pull out. So a few things I had to pull out just to make room for the crafting itself. But no big deal, because now we can push all that back in, because now it will, see, this is yellow now. It's yellow because its types are full. Whoa, what? Okay, so we can't, this is not actually a chest. So we have to do a import thingy. Hold on. Yeah, that there. I think that will let us. No, I could just do an ME interface. So basic processor. So let's make one. Was it 2 basic processors or 1? I'm just going to do an interface, by the way. So a basic processor. Let's see. Make 1. And the rest of it's pretty simple. It's glass, iron, and an ME cable. Let's see if I have an ME cable around. Would probably be upstairs in this chest. Yeah, I figured I'd hear that eventually. Let me just pull some of this stuff out. It'll just pile back in, unfortunately, but... So I need to make some... I thought I had... Okay, here's 12. Cool. Alright, so it should have made that... Well, look at all that stuff pile in. Alright, it'll probably go off any second now again. Basic processor. Okay. Then we're going to craft, I think it was like this. Basic processor. There was some glass and iron. Oh, no. I got to make... Shoot, come on. Okay, that's what I got to make. Alright, redstone. Iron. Quick grab 2 quartz. Alright, quickly throw that in with our cable. And let's do, come on. This. Now we've got an interface. Let's see, do I have any ME cable? Yep, I do. So now I'm going to put, yeah, let me get this out of the way. Shoot, back up there. So now I'm going to take this out, and I can put this right there. Now that should push everything into our ME network in a more proper way. I mean, when it was a chest, it was fine just to dump stuff directly into it. But now it's an interface. It'll look for a storage device. See, we're blinking here. So we're going in properly now. It's entering in the ME network and being transferred into data rather than going straight into the disk drive of the chest. Cool, that worked. Alright, so now I can just dump all this in there and it'll get sent in as well. Alright, all the drama's gone. No more drama. Sweet. I forget, there's a way to access these individually, I think. I don't remember how though. Maybe I don't have whatever it is you have to use. Maybe I just pulled the disc out itself and I looked at it inside of a chest. But let me go ahead and do that just as a way to quick take a look at what's in it. Alright, so that's fine. All the basic everyday stuff is already there. Let's see, we've got 3 types in here now. What are those? Okay. And how much? Probably using only like a minuscule fraction of total capacity. Okay, and when the first drive gets full, it'll turn red. Right now it's yellow because there's no free types. This is green because there's both free types and space. Okay, we went a little bit over on time, but that's okay. This episode we went ahead and crafted a 16K storage drive just to kind of introduce you to the crafting potential of AE. We also assembled an ME drive to house both our 64 and our 16K drives. This meant replacing the chest with the drive, or the drive. That meant we needed to tweak how items entered our AE network. So we went ahead and added an ME interface, and our sorting system goes straight into an ME interface, and then all those items of course end up in our storage drives. So, you know, it's kind of an introduction. I spent a little bit more time on the crafting of the storage drive than necessary, but that's because I plan on creating more storage drives in the future, and I just wanted to showcase kind of how you craft in AE using your blank encoders. So if this episode was interesting, entertaining, or helpful, then please like the video. If you had any questions, comments, or ideas, then please leave it in the feedback. Thanks.